And I've learned through the results of trusting. Mm-hmm. And I've learned from the results of not trusting and realizing what I could have learned had I trusted.
Yeah.
So now I could have trusted Aaron McKenna, the creator of the Baby Cakes bakery in New York, and done it exactly as she said. And probably experienced different results. But instead, I now have started down the road of her 1 year of trial and error. So, Melissa, you are wise. You are beautiful. You are passionate. You are powerful. Why is my head so far up my ass on this?
I've been asking myself the same question for 3 years.
So, what is it about me and others? I don't want to point any fingers, but others in this
mirror across from me.
Yes, who maybe are so committed to doing it their way, even when a perfectly functional way is there or has been shown. What is that?
Well, I don't have their answers, but I do have yours.
No. Okay, I know you have my answers. Can you tell me my answers as if they're yours?
Because, well, the reason why I know you did that,
yes,
is because you are, because you whisk in on your, just, hop off your broom. And
what?
And it reminded me of Sleeping Beauty when they're making the cake and the dress for Briar Rose.
What? So I'm a retarded fairy? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say anything. You just said it.
That is offensive on many levels.
Hey, no. No. And see, she wouldn't follow the recipe either. But she was more unconscious. Like, fold in eggs. She puts the eggs in and then crunch. Okay. But it just reminded me, like, because you were like, who is this? I mean, I know how to do this.
I know. See, that's the thing.
Step out of my way.
I have cooked for a long time.
Yeah.
I lived with a professional caterer who raised me and taught me a lot in my life. Uh-huh. So I'm like, oh, dude, cooking, baking, I am so there. And then all of a sudden, vegan, literally like speaking another language. I do not bake vegan in general. But it's true, though. I kind of was like, I guess I was like, oh, lemon? I don't want lemon-flavored vanilla icing. That's bull.
Who are they?
What is that? That's nothing. Uh-huh. And so it is true that it was okay with me to omit the lemon in the frosting. Yeah. And the result was frosting soup. Which sounds delicious, but does not stay on top of a cupcake like you think it would. Yeah. I mean, I could have hollowed out the inside, but yeah. So what is the cure for this exactly, Melissa?
Well, I don't know that there is a cure. I think it's specific people's personalities. Some people want to go out and break every rule, and that's how they learn. And sometimes they can find joy in that, and sometimes they find pain. And some people, they're more than grateful to learn from other people's mistakes, and they're very cautious through their lives, but some in that process they miss some of the joy. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
That's true,
and which is good because everyone pretty much tends to do a little column A, a little column B, and finding some joy and finding some pain in learning. Well,
I guess if I had set out to invent a cupcake, I would feel differently about my results. Yeah. I'd be like, oh my gosh, look how close I got to this cupcake. It's shaped like a cupcake, and it has flavors in it. But I wasn't setting out to invent a cupcake. I was setting out to create a cupcake that was like unto the cupcake of the Baby Cakes bakery. And I get that, like, for example, I have an opportunity to work with people who are mentors and coaches for business and investing and real estate and all those things. And the whole point of that is to mirror that success. And here's a formula that you can follow that will produce success if you do the ingredients. Like she said here, if I follow these ingredients and steps, I will have delicious cupcakes. But I decided that I knew better. And I get that in my life and in the lives of other people, being faced with a perfectly successful formula, we're willing to just turn our back on it and cut our own swath.
Yeah.
What is that? That is back to my idea that humanity, there is a certain amount of pain humans are willing to accept moment to moment. And apparently I am not immune from that, because eating these cupcakes was painful.
Yes, it was.
Okay? It was like literally swallowing small kernels of corn.
It's just everyone kind of has their own way, and some people think, I already know what to do. She may have wasted a year creating this cupcake, but I can shorten that process and make it amazing.
Okay.
A lot of people think like that.
So, Melissa, coach me and our listeners who have this issue.
Okay.
Coach me on what I have to do.
4 small words.
I'm ready.
Pull your head out.
Oh, my gosh. That is genius. I'm going to write a book.
You're welcome.
Called Pull Your Head Out.
.com. Let's do it.
Oh, my gosh. And it could just be stories of how people shove their head up their ass and the results that come from that.
That's something.
Okay. We'll see what we can do. TM. So, this is the deal. I'm not stupid.
No, you're not.
Okay, I know that following the instructions is valuable, and I did get ahead of myself. But I did create results that didn't work. I made cupcakes that didn't serve, and I get that there are people in life that create quote-unquote cupcakes of their lives that don't work. Right. Sure, they're edible, and we probably wouldn't die if we ate them, but we're not enjoying the full flavor of life by choosing to deviate from places that we know already work. Mm-hmm. Because there are trailblazers that have already cut a swath for us to follow. And they, by following their examples, they teach us that there is an easy way. So my challenge for you and for me, especially me and our listeners, is to look for the easy that's already been shown and pursue that if it serves. Because in this instance, I was making vegan cupcakes. But you know what? In other instances, I may be making a relationship that works or working at my job. So it's time for us to choose easy. To make cupcakes in our life that are truly delicious and moist and yummy. And if they're vegan, they're vegan. If they're not, but they serve us.
And that you would serve.
And that we would serve. So are you open to making delicious cupcakes in your life?
Yes.
I too am. And that's my commitment. So that's our episode of Talk is Cheap.
Thank you, everybody.
So be the delicious chefs in your lives, and we'll look forward to your feedback online. And see you next week.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Talk is Cheap is a 16 Stone Media production. This show is hosted by Jason Beckett and co-host Melissa Barlow. All rights reserved. Copyright 2009.